Hello again. In this video, I will introduce all the different file formats that you can import into Raiverb, and I will also introduce you a few different options that you have to customize the way you import these documents. But first, I'd like to show you the pass clipboard function, which I only mentioned last time. This is particularly useful if you're working with, for example, Google Spreadsheets, and you don't have an easy way to save the spreadsheet into your machine. So what you can do instead is select the part you want to import, copy, and use the Pass Clipboard button. This way you can set up the content and get it imported into Raiverb very easily. Next, I will show you the different options you have when you import a spreadsheet. So let's import the spreadsheet just like we did last time. And as you can see, we have the same interface, and this is actually the same project, so the formatting is pretty much the same. Let's see what segmentation is about. Last time I mentioned that if you want, you can actually have the whole spreadsheet and every cell in the spreadsheet considered as a source. And you can do this by actually choosing here segmentation, and instead of column split, what I will choose is whole file is source. When you select all file is source, all the cells within the spreadsheet are all considered as a source to translate. When you import all the content, Raiverb will remember the location of each cell, which means that once the job is done and you want to export it, all the translated content will be put back within the cell it belonged to. So the formatting will be preserved and respected. You can actually check this in the translation unit info. Here in position, we can see that position of this cell was the sheet named sheet and the cell D2. You also have the option to split by end of line. So there is actually one translation unit but split into two content. So let me show you what it looks like when you import the content. Let's set alternate target here. And for example here, as you can see, this translation unit has been split into two sub-translation units because there was an end of line here. But the content will be exactly the same. So as you can see here, it has been marked as being split by EOL, but we have the same alternative content, we have the same string ID shared by the two units. This can be useful when you have overly long text in the cells, but you have a translation memory that has been split by sentence. So if you import the whole cell and the text is very long, then it could cause problem with the translation memory. So if you have very long text in your cells, you might want to use this option to actually split them into subparts. When you save the content, these two translation units will be put back in the cell they belong. So next, let's try to import a docx document. So this document is actually a very early version of the Raiverb user manual. I've put in some intentional formatting. So for example, here you can see for no reason at all, software is in bold, or here there is some color, some italics for providing, and also some intentional useless comments. This is simply to show how you can customize the import in Raiverb. So we simply drag and drop the document, and right away you will see the different from the spreadsheets. So first, we still have the segmentation, but right now we only have paragraph as a choice for a document. So down the line, you will have more options. You will be able to split by sentence or actually customize the way you split the text. But for now, we only have paragraph available. Since this is a docx document, we only have a column to set as a source because this is a document. But we still have some options. So first is the get comments options. You can check or uncheck it. This is designed to be set as an extra prompt. So what happens when you check get comments is Raiverb will automatically try to analyze the metadata of the document and try to see if this is from a paragraph in the text body, just like I've written here, or if this is a header, if this is a title. It will depend on the way your document is formatted, so this might not always be accurate. Also, one other important thing is Raiverb will try to extract the comments that are left in the text. So if there is a comment, then it will be also displayed here. So see here we had the comment, and here we have another comment, and we can actually find these here. we also have the option to keep the formatting. So this is an option that is also very common to all CAT software, is that to try to keep the formatting of the text as it was, we actually use tags. What these tags are for is to preserve the formatting as it was in the original text. What the tags 2 and 3 mean here is that whatever was between them has been formatted in some sort of way. So as you can see here, software is in bold. And what Raiverb will do once you submit this text to the translation machine is that it will try to keep the tags as they were. Therefore, when you save the document, the translated content will have the same formatting. So next, we have POT files. So PO and POT are two very common formats in localization. They are mostly used for software localization or game localization. I think Godot use it. I'm not sure about Unity or Unreal Engine, but anyway, this is very, very common. And this is a format that can also contain a lot of information. Apart, you can also have extra comments from the developer, or you can also have string IDs as well. But this is optional, so not all POT file will contain the same amount of information. So for example, I found this one on the internet, and this is actually the POT of Video Reader VLC. So as you can see, when you try to import a POT file, you will have all the columns already set up, so you don't actually have to set it up. As you can see here, well, VLC apparently does not have a lot of comments from his developer. Maybe we can try to search for one. Yeah, here for example. Whenever you import a POT file, after Raiverb is done translating, you can export it as either PO, POT, or MO file. So next we have PDF. You need to know that PDF is still very experimental. And also one other thing you have to know is that some PDF may contain images. So you can actually try to import in a PDF file, but with the image analyzer. In one word, result of the import you will get will really depend on the type of PDF you have on hand. And this is actually just a contract of some sort. And as you can see here, actually the segmentation is done pretty okay. So Raiverb will try to split by paragraph or per sentence depending on the kind of document. So yeah, we can see here that it's actually pretty okay. One thing you should know about PDF is that you cannot export PDFs. You can only import them, and if you want to export the translation, you will need to do this as a document or a spreadsheet. And so last we have XML. So if you don't know what's an XML, it's basically a universal standard, a common file format that a lot of software can use sometimes to store data. So what Raiverb will do when you try to import an XML is it will try to find all the recurring content within the file and sort it as columns. So this Raiverb.xml, let me show it to you, because you can open XML with any text editor. So as you can see, this is the custom format I use for the localization of Raiverb and also other software that I write. I have string ID, I have the text I put, sometimes I put comment as well. Font offset. Actually, it's up to the developer to choose what structure he wants. Sometimes you can have a very complex hierarchy and structure within these files. So Raiverb will try to figure out what it should be trying to import, but it will really depend on the complexity of the XML you have. So as you can see, when you try to import an XML, you don't have column A, column B, but instead you have this is like a URL. So you have the location of the content. And so here you can see that I have my model, I have my string ID, I have my text. And so I can set it up just like I would do with an Excel spreadsheet. So if you have an XML on your hand, you can just try to import it and try your luck.